Mama.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Ninja Mommy. I'm just gonna get right into it. I hated the hijab, guys. Absolutely hated it. I loved my hair and I loved showing it off. I loved dressing up and doing my thing and being free, because for me that was freedom, not wearing the hijab. Hijab made me feel so constructed and it made me feel like I wasn't living my best life, I guess you could say. And I also never felt fully ready for it. So I'm like, you know what? Whenever Allah guides me, it'll happen. Like as if I took complete responsibility off my shoulders for the hijab and I'm just living my life. And I was completely okay with it. I was honestly, guys, the worst of the worst people ever when it comes to hijab. Like, to me, it's like impossible. It felt impossible for me to ever put these things on. I remember the first time when I went to Pakistan, I was 16 years old and I wore jeans and tight shirts or tight dresses whenever I would go out to the market to shop or whatever, right? Like, just wanted to like dress like however I wanted to dress like. And my cousins would be like, Sidra, can you at least, like, you can dress however you want, but can you at least put like a dupatta on? A dupatta is like a shawl or like a scarf. And they were like, you don't have to put it fully on, you don't have to fully cover, but can you just loosely put it on your head, like, you know, out of respect and modesty. Honestly, guys, majority of the people that go to a Muslim country, out of respect for that culture and religion, they would put a scarf on or dress modestly, you know, just to be respectful. Not me. Nope, not gonna happen. I was so, like, you know, distant from that whole idea. I was like, nope, I don't want to wear this. Why should I have to wear it? You can't tell me what to do. Not gonna happen. So even loosely putting the dupatta, the shawl on my head, was a big no-no for me. Forget putting it on my head. I didn't even want to put it around my neck. Like, just, you know, loosely just put it like this. And my cousins really tried, guys. They were like, okay, if you're not gonna loosely put it on your head, can you at least just, you know, cover this area with the shawl? And I'm like, nope. And now when I recently went back to Pakistan, like last year, and they saw me like this from head to toe, I'm covered, they were like, oh, you guys can't see, but I'm literally gasping, like shocked. They were shocked. They were like, wow, is this like the same Sidra that came wearing whatever, and she was dressed however, and she didn't even like the idea of a dupatta, a shawl on her head, and now she's dressed like this? They were shook, guys. So what inspired all of this? What inspired this change that took place? What happened? As I mentioned in my story video, if you guys have not seen my story video, please pause this right now and go check that out. That's my whole journey about how I came back to Islam. So as I mentioned in there, my dad passed away when I was 21, and that literally like changed my life. That changed my perspective on Islam. I really started taking my religion more seriously. I started researching, I started finding out the truth, and to me Islam made sense. I talk in a lot more details in there. I'm not going to bore you and talk about it again in this video. I'm just gonna go straight to the hijab part. So I researched for like 1 or 2 years, and when I was 23, that's when I decided to put the hijab on. And the hijab is the headscarf, guys. So like this part would be the hijab. I first learned about hijab being mandatory upon Muslim women from my parents. Like, they informed us about it, but mashallah, alhamdulillah, they never forced it upon us. They let that be our choice. And that's when I found out that, okay, yeah, hijab is mandatory, but I never like kind of took it seriously. I used to wear it before I hit puberty, and even after puberty I wore it for a little bit, but it wasn't like a full-on thing. It wasn't like full-time. And then my sister started wearing it, so that inspired me to wear it in middle school, and I was like, yo, this is cool. And I enjoyed wearing it for a little while. And then high school happened, and I was like, button hijab, I don't want this, like, I don't like it. So I took it off, which was a horrible thing to do, but I took it off. I'm like, yeah, this is not for me. It's not gonna work out, hijab. Maybe later you and I can try again, but at this moment, deuces. So then I was introduced to the concept of hijab again after my dad passed away, and I was researching about Islam. That's when I was like, okay, so like I'm trying to be a practicing Muslim. I'm trying to do my best. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, you know, Sidra, hijab is mandatory and you do have to wear it. So like, when are you going to think about that, right? From the age of 21 and 23, I'm still thinking like, okay, yeah, hijab is mandatory. I gotta wear it. It's gonna have to happen soon. Like, but how was it going to happen when I absolutely hated the idea of it? Like, this is what I did, guys. I just made lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I was legit like, these are my exact words of this dua. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, hijab makes me feel really ugly and I absolutely hate it. I wish I didn't, but I do. Can you please help me? Can you please change my heart about it? Like, I know it's something that I have to do, but I don't like it. What should I do? I mean, legit. Little did I know that as I'm, you know, still living my life and practicing Islam and trying to learn about Islam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was slowly opening my heart to the idea of the hijab. I always thought the hijab makes me look really ugly. Like, it just covers my hair completely and just makes my face pop out, and I did not like that. I'm like, okay, this is too, like, I'm the type of person that had my hair like in bangs and just all over my face and just like that, and it just took it away. I honestly did not even like putting my hair in a bun or in a ponytail. That's how much I loved just letting my hair like fly. So with the hijab, I was like, okay, this is making me feel so ugly. Like, I don't like it. Another thing that I was really used to was getting compliments. I used to get a lot of compliments on how I look. I'm not trying to sound conceited, just telling it like it is, guys. Like, people used to adore me and like compliment me all the time, guys and girls, and I loved it. Like, it fed to my ego and it fed to my self-esteem, and I was happy. Like, I was happy with all the compliments that I used to get. For some reason, between the age of 21 and 23, when I was researching about Islam, I don't know why. Actually, I do know why. It's because of Allah Ta'ala. But like, I started to like hate it when people would compliment me on my hair. Like, I started to feel uncomfortable about it. And I was like, every time someone complimented me on like, oh my god, Sidra, your hair looks so pretty, to their faces, I was like, thanks. In the back of my mind, I was like, this is so wrong. Every man that sees my hair that's not my mahram, I'm getting sent for this. And I'm enjoying that. Like, I'm enjoying the compliments that I'm getting from my non-mahrams. Like, it just started like bothering me a lot more and more. So now whenever a non-mahram man would compliment me, I would just feel so uneasy and weird. I also started to feel uncomfortable and uneasy with the way I was dressed, like wearing short sleeve or sleeveless, or wearing capris or shorts, or like, I just felt uncomfortable wearing all that. Little did I know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala steering the idea of hijab inside my heart. He answered my prayer where I asked him to help me. I asked him to open my heart up to the hijab, and he did. He most definitely did. Good looking out, Allah ta'ala, good looking out. And I love that. Another thing that helped was I watched this drama. It's called Shanakhat, and in there the main actress was wearing a hijab. That was the first time I ever saw a girl in TV show wearing a hijab, and I was just taken away from it. Like, I was absolutely in love with her hijab. She looked so gorgeous. The drama's name is Shanakhat, still out there somewhere, you guys can probably find it. But I was like, wait a minute, she looks pretty. Like, whoa, hijabi girls can look pretty? That is sick. Seeing that hijabi girl on that drama, I was like, wow, I want that style. I want it right now. In that moment, I was shifting closer and closer to wearing the hijab. I feel like that drama was made just for me, because that hijab style really inspired me. You guys, the underscarf that she wore under her hijab inspired me so much that I went and bought every single color that I could find in that style. I am not kidding with you. So yeah, so I would wear this like this. Let me try. Okay, it's gonna look weird like this, but I used to wear this. It would come down, and then I would wear the hijab on top of it, and I loved it. I don't wear this style anymore because I can't really wear it with the niqab. So I kind of want to give this away to people, to girls. So if you're interested in taking this from me, just comment and I will distribute this. Let me know. Basically an underscarf that you wear under your hijab, and this is what it looks like. And you don't have to tie it, it just goes over. And I can do like a little tutorial with you guys on how to wear this. Just let me know if you guys are interested and I will make a video about it. So one defining moment that took place was when I was at work and I was just working, doing my own thing, and out of nowhere, like, okay, so guys, I used to carry a dupatta, like a shawl with me whenever I would go to work because I would have to pray at work, right? And it would just be kept away. I was still not a hijabi at that moment, and I was at work and I was just doing my thing, and this overwhelming power came over me. Like, I just felt so like scared, I guess you could say. I just felt so empty at the same time. Like, I just felt so much unease and uncomfort in that moment, and I couldn't tell what it was, and I don't know why and what made me do it, but I just went and I grabbed the dupatta and I put it around my neck and I just wrapped it around me. And the moment I did that, I kid you not, the moment I did that, I felt peace and I felt ease. And I felt like that was my sign. That was my sign from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that I am ready to put that hijab on. It couldn't have been a bigger sign than that. So the next morning, I ordered all the hijabs in every single color I could find, and I became a hijabi. That was when I was 23 years old. I am 29 years old now, and I never looked back. It was the best decision of my life. My only regret is that I wish I had started sooner. I wish like things were different. I wish my feelings about it were different, but it's all good because it's part of the process, and I don't think I would have loved it. The love that I have for hijab right now, I don't think it would have been that intense if I had just done it. But whatever, guys, it happened that day. It was the most like special day of my life. Started the hijab in my second semester of the university. So the first semester, everybody had seen me with my hair. Second semester, I walk in to MSA, like the Muslim Student Association, and they see me with the hijab and they're like, oh, okay, all right, Sidra, we see you. And they were just really kind. Like, my friends were really supportive and they made so much dua for me, and they're like, this is amazing, and people were so welcoming, and it felt really nice. I'm like, I'm on this path, I'm doing this to obey God, I'm doing this to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and people are so kind, and just everything just felt better. Like, my life changed drastically, guys. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guides you, and He guides whom He will, your entire perspective on life changes. The way you see yourself, the way you see others, the way you see life just changes completely. And that was the case for me when I started the hijab. I just felt so free. Freer, I don't know if that's a word, but freer. I felt freer than I did when I wasn't wearing the hijab. I felt prettier, guys. I know, what a shock. I actually felt pretty with the hijab on. And it was like a good kind of feeling. It was pure, it was like so warming, and I felt at ease when I put it on. I just felt so nice. People actually started recognizing me as a Muslim. They see me and they're like, she's a Muslim girl. And that felt really nice. Like, I liked being identified with my religion. I noticed that the men were more respectful towards me. They wouldn't say certain things in my presence. They would not touch me. They would not shake my hand. And all of those things came with the hijab on, guys. Before the hijab, guys would like offer handshakes, or they would just jokingly tap me, or you know, whatever. Once the hijab was on, they kept their distance. They're like, I was like a fly repellent, and these guys are flies and they just flew away. No joke. I felt like when I talked about Islam, people took me more seriously versus when I talked about Islam without the hijab. Even though that's not really like a good thing. Like, everyone who talks about Islam, you should take them seriously, guys, if they're wearing a hijab or not. But I noticed that when I talked about Islam with the hijab on, People just took me more seriously, they listened more. Just so weird, but I enjoyed that as well. I realized that my hair was no longer showing, so I couldn't just, you know, do this and do this while I talk and just, you know, twirl my hair while I did. Like, my hair was a huge part of my beauty, and now it's hidden. So now my personality shines, like really shines. I felt a lot more confident with the hijab. I legit felt like I could tackle the whole world. Like, that's how amazing it felt. Coordinating outfits with the hijab is so much fun because you can do colorful hijabs and, you know, then colorful dresses, and it was amazing, guys. I loved it. I loved it. I don't know why I didn't do it sooner. What's wrong with you, Sidra? It was amazing. Like, I was genuinely shocked. I thought I was gonna hate it. I thought it was gonna constrict me. I thought it was gonna limit my interaction with other people. It was gonna limit what I could do. Nope. With the hijab, the possibilities were endless, guys. Endless. Did you guys know that hijabis even have a secret, like, nod? So whenever I would see another hijabi on campus, we would just do this. Like, yeah, I see you. You do you, girl. I never noticed that when I wasn't a hijabi, but after I became a hijabi, it felt nice because I would see and make eye contact with other hijabis, and we would just smile at each other and like just do this, like, yes sister, we got this. Oh, and guess what, guys? I was still getting compliments with the hijab on. So like, my beauty wasn't taken away just because I started to cover more, just because I started to dress modestly. That doesn't mean that all of a sudden I'm ugly now and no one's going to compliment me. People still complimented me. And this time when they complimented me, it felt nice. Like, it didn't make me feel uncomfortable. It made me feel really good. And I was like, thank you. And it just felt nice in a good way. Like, in a very pure, unconceited, pure way. It was nice. Alright guys, this is it. This is my hijab story. I really hope you guys like it. And if you did, please share it with your friends and family. And subscribe if you haven't already. If you have subscribed, Jazakallah khair. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you tremendously for it. I'm also on TikTok, Snapchat, and Instagram. So let's get connected. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, guys. I release new videos every Thursday, so don't forget to come back next week. Until next time, guys, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Yo, they can